All right, cloud strategy trading. So, all right, probably, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, um, I was getting irritated because I was trying to make trades and they would go sideways. And I would go, well, why? Why do these trades keep going sideways? And why do I keep getting in trades that go sideways? Why do when I get into a trade that goes sideways, after it goes sideways, it goes the wrong way? Well, there's an answer for that that I wasn't good at yet and didn't really care to apply myself at. So, for a couple days, 1 week, I literally didn't chart any other way except use the cloud, the Ichimoku cloud. So, let's go to the Ichimoku cloud now and learn a little bit about it. So, there's a couple different ones. We'll start with the basic one right here. All right. So, under indicators, you can search. Just type in ICH. Ichimoku cloud pops up. There's multiple of them. If you want to use a different one, look, that one's got Bollinger Bands and a cloud. That's pretty dope. That one's got the GAN field. Yeah, I'm not going to do that one, but I'm just going to use the regular old Ichimoku cloud here. Alright, so right off the first thing, you look at it and you say, man, that's a whole bunch of weird squiggly lines. I don't know what none of that shit means. Well, I said the same thing. It looks a little intimidating, but don't worry, okay? Don't panic. It's not that bad. So after you get your cloud pulled up here, I'm going to tell you right now, go ahead and go to settings and change this stuff to settings that you like. All right, you got inputs. Don't mess with any of these inputs. They're fine. But the style, all right, I don't like these colors. I'm going to change them to something else. This conversion line, I have no problem with blue. All right, but the line's a little thin for me. I'm a little old, so I'm going to go with the thicker line because I like them thick boys. The baseline, it's kind of like a moving 200 average, but it's not. All right, so I'm going to make that red just because it's like a bold color and it helps my eyes see it a little better. If you like other colors, please knock yourself out. The lagging span, I don't want it green. The only color I want green is my money. All right, so I'm going to change that. I'm going to make this black because I like black better. I can see it a little better in my eyes. Change that to a little bit of thicker boy. I think I forgot to do this one. Yep, I did. All of a sudden, these lines are looking a little bit more easy to see, right? So these plot backgrounds back here inside the cloud, the actual cloud color, if you don't like the colors of them, you can make them better or worse. You can change the darkness. Okay, I like them pretty faint because I just need to know where it's at. That's all. I don't want to know too much past that. I just want to know where about the cloud is. Now I'm gonna, after I do that, I'm gonna click settings again and defaults. Save as default. This saves your settings, so every time you take this indicator off, pops up right back like it was. Oh yeah, right, Frank. I said the same thing about all these indicators, dude. I didn't know what they meant. So what did I do? I just ignored them and acted like they weren't there. So, the Ichimoku cloud strategy is fairly simple, even though all these lines look weird, okay? I'm going to explain what these lines are now. Alright, so there's four lines that we're going to care about. The first line is, I'm going to take these candles out. The first line is the baseline, which is the red line, okay? It's an exponential moving average. I forget what the number is. There you go. It's a 26 MA, I guess. Whatever. It's going to kind of act like a magnet throughout the cloud. Okay? It's important because it's going to be a line kind of like a pivot line. And we're going to look for it to cross in either direction a lot. Alright, so the blue line, which is the conversion line, is an average of this baseline. Alright, so it's way faster moving. It's only a 9 a 9 point instead of a 26 point, so it's much faster. Kind of like the 80 MA. It's fast, right? It moves quickly. It kind of closely rides along with the price. All right. Then the other line we have here is the lagging line. The lagging line is called the lagging line for a reason. The lagging line is quite simply the candles put into a line form and move back 26 spaces. Okay, that sounds complicated, but it's not. All right, it's the candles moved back 26 spaces. It lags behind 26 points. And if I put the candles up here, you'll see that now. Kind of see that? I'll make the candles into a line, and it's even easier to see. There you go. See, now you kind of get the idea. I'll take these other ones off. Suddenly, you start to see it. So the candles in a line pattern are the same as the lag in a line pattern. It's just moved back 26 points. Pretty cool. What's the purpose of it? Well, I'll show you what the purpose of it is. Let's put everything back up here. Conversion line, baseline, our two clouds, and the plot background of the clouds. Okay, so the Ichimoku cloud strategy is it's an entire strategy in its own. You really don't have to have any other indicators to make this work. The idea behind the Ichimoku cloud is to give you a more, I don't want to say better entry because that's not the right way to say it, a more profitable entry. Through researching this, essentially the cloud takes a little bit of the percentage off the bottom. It takes a little bit of percentage off the top. And it ensures that you make a profitable trade each time. So mathematically speaking, if you had a possibility of buying this down here and making 20% to here, well, the cloud would tell you not to buy any of this in here and wait until it does something and then buy. So you would lose some percentage waiting, but you would guarantee that you're going to make that profit by waiting. Okay, you're going to reduce some of your profit, but you're going to make sure you get something. That's the whole point of the cloud. All right, so how does it work? Well, there's 4 rules to the cloud. All right, so let's go over those 4 rules and we'll write them up the top right here. Okay, rule number 1. Rule number 1 is for a buy, price must be over the cloud. What's this? In red. I didn't want the whole thing in red, but whatever. Rule number 1. I did not want a damn semicolon. Who uses semicolons? Nobody. Regular colon. Okay. Quite simply, is our price over the cloud? We see a red cloud right here. Our price is over it. Rule number 1 gets a check mark because it is absolutely over. I think there's actually check marks in here somewhere. I think. Maybe not. Whatever, we'll just draw a check mark. Rule number 1. Check. All right. Next rule. Rule number 2. Conversion line must be over the baseline. Quite simply, the baseline and the conversion line act like the 8 and the 21, okay? You know how you get that bullish cross on the 8 and the 21 and you see it run up some? Well, that's kind of what the cloud does down here. It's the first indicator that it's going to go. Someone's asked a question. Fixture B. Nah, man. No, you can't grammar Nazi me, bro. It's going to stay me. Because we're not grammar Nazis around here. Nah, I'll fix it. There you go. Better, I'll agree. So, our baseline is in red. Our conversion line is in blue. Did the blue line cross the red and stay on top? Absolutely it did. The blue line is over the red line. Okay? Conversion line must be over the baseline. We have that. Check. Next rule. Lag line must be over the cloud. I didn't write rule number 3. Lagging line is in black. Here's the cloud. The lagging line is over top of the cloud. That gets a check mark. Simple as that. Done. Rule number 4, and the last rule. Rule number 4. Last cloud must be green. Is the last cloud green? Correct. It is green. That gets a check mark. Simple as that, y'all. The Ichimoku cloud says that XRP is a buy right now. If you do not meet all 4 of these parameters, you do not buy. Simple. Let's do this in black. And let's do 2024. Must meet all 4 I'm not even going to try to spell parameters. Must meet all 4 rules. Simple as that, y'all. Have we made all 4 rules? Yes, we have. XRP is a buy. Simple as that. That is a neat indicator. Was gibberish 10 minutes ago. Bro, that's exactly what I said. This is the reason I never used the cloud, because it's just like a bunch of slop and I didn't get it. Now, there's a couple things I didn't go over. What makes the cloud what it is? Why is it shaped the way it is? The cloud itself is simply the space in between the conversion line and the baseline. Simple as that. I'll show you. Take the candles away. Let's take the lag line away. And we have nothing but the conversion and the baseline here. Okay? If you look at this cloud, the way it's shaped, it comes up here, kind of hits this little hump and dips. Look right here. Goes up here, kind of hit this little hump and dips. The cloud is simply the space in between the conversion and the baseline. moved backwards 26 points. Nothing more, nothing less. What I've learned through research is that the Ichimoku cloud uses a fractal based trading system. And this is what kind of sold me on coins doing their own fractals and making trades based off of their own fractal, not another coin's fractal, their own fractal. Because the Ichimoku system works and millions of people use it, you can't have that many people using it and it not be right. Okay, as simple as that. High level traders use this strategy because you're almost always going to pull a profit. I don't care whether you're going short or long, which means down or up. You can bet either way on Binance if you'd like, but you're almost guaranteeing a win on every trade. You maybe not the most percentage, but you're almost guaranteeing a win every time. So the lagging line, lagging span, whatever, 26 points behind. The cloud is the space in between the conversion line and the baseline. It's 26 points ahead, I said behind. The cloud is ahead. The lagging line is behind. All right, so this kind of helps us give us a future prediction of what's going to happen. So that's my thought on that one. Cloud is in front. Lagging line is behind. And the price follows in between. So, using this, let's watch some action happen and see if we can tell when it was a good time and a bad time to sell. I think that's the best way to do this. Sometimes it's a little confusing just looking at it and thinking, oh, I know what'll happen. Well, no, you don't. You're guessing. But the cloud kind of gives you an idea of where the price might go. All right. And remember when I said sideways trades happen? Okay, this cloud helps stop that. If you look here, when this thing went up and tried to break the cloud, but it didn't, isn't that kind of magical that that thing lined up like that? It's wild, right? It was almost like it was this fractal moved forward 26 points. Interesting. So it came up and hit the cloud and didn't break out. It got stuck in the cloud. Okay, in the cloud is sideways trading. More often than not, it's sideways trading. Okay, avoid it. This is why the rule of for a buy the price must be over the cloud is there, because you avoid this sideways crap if you wait for it to get out of the cloud. Like this big move down here, from here to here. Yeah, that's a big move, right? And there was a lot of money to be made there. But the cloud told you it might come down, and it did. Matter of fact, it came all the way down in this void right here between the clouds. It came all the way down to that void. Look at that. Then it moved sideways and just kept falling and falling and falling. So this is what we have to get into the trade, okay? This is where we're getting into the trade with. Well, how do we know when to get out? It tells you when to get in, but how do you know when to get out? Well, the rule of thumb for the cloud trading is when the lagging line starts running into the candles, that's usually the first sign that you're going to want to get out. There's other ways of doing it from what I've watched online and read about. There's different ways to judge what's going to happen, but the lagging line is the rule for the cloud because it lags behind and it knows the fractal of its own coin. It's most likely going to run into the candles and tell you to sell. Now, as you see right here, we have our lagging span. It has not run into the candles. These candles are way over here. If it does run into the candles, this would be the point where you'd stop and sell, because there's a possibility, this big void right here, that this price could come down here in this void. You don't know if it's going to happen or not, but the cloud is warning you, we're over, it's a buy, but if this thing gets over here and starts hitting these candles, get out. Pretty neat, right? No, we can't look at QKC. Why would anybody want to look at a slut? We don't look at sluts. You don't let thoughts control your brain, bro. um, let's have a gander at that hoe too. Oh look, fib lines everywhere. Well, what does the cloud say? Somebody tell me what the cloud says. We have 4 rules. 4 rules. Rule number 1, are we price over? Yes. Rule number 2, is the baseline, is the conversion line crossed over and above the baseline? Yes, it is. Blue is over red. Number 3, is the lagging line over the cloud? Very much so. Number 4, is the last cloud green? Well, that bitch has been green for a while. Look at that. Nice, huh? Now, you could argue that all this was sideways, because I'm willing to argue with you that it was. It kind of sucked moving sideways like this and not going as fast as we wanted it to. In time we noticed that there was a channel here, and it appears to be following the channel pretty well. Okay, so our fault on missing the evidence that was there. Now, QKC by the cloud is still a go. Now, as I've told you before, the cloud will take some percentage off the top and the bottom to ensure that you get a good trade. And it's what is happening right now. You see it came down, but the lagging line's still way up. You're still way above the cloud. You're over that. Your cloud's still green, etc., etc., etc. Cloud says yes. You saw me say that before. The cloud says it's good. Well, if the cloud says it's good, right? Here's the problem. I've shown you this, and we see the cloud tells us to go. Well, the problem is cryptocurrency moves so much faster than everything else. Since it moves faster, I feel like we need a faster moving cloud, right? That's why I have the other cloud in here also. Now, before I go over this other cloud, I want to test out the cloud on another coin before we do anything else. Right, you would turn to other indicators, correct? But based on the cloud, you're not supposed to use other indicators. You're supposed to just use the cloud. Apparently, the Ichimoku dude was really, really smart. So, let's go to TRX, because nobody trades TRX, right? All right, here. Let's look back here, and we'll start a replay. Alright, so we're under the cloud right now. The lagging line is under. The conversion line is under the baseline. The cloud is red. I don't have candles pulled up here, but I bet you they're down below the price too. So let's put the candles up and see. Yep, candles are under the cloud. Fairly obvious there. Alright. So I'll tell you what, let's do a better replay here. Start back here. So, right now, on this particular chart, looks like the lagging line is not over the cloud. The baseline is over the conversion. The conversion line is over the baseline. We are over the price, and we do have a green cloud. So the only thing we're waiting on is this lagging line to get up over. Let's see what happens. So a hammer, red, Looks like we got up over the conversion line. Look at that. We had a hammer, a red line, and it looks like a morning star on top of the cloud, and it popped up. Now look, our lagging line is up, our price is up, blue's over red, and we have a green cloud. We're good to go. So we probably would have bought, as soon as this popped over here, which was here, we would have bought. So let's put a line right here. That's where we would have bought. I always do green for buys. I used to have a little Tron. I've already sold it. I'll delete that. So let's hit play and watch it happen again. We'd still be in this. Still in it. It's fiddling around. It's like we got some more action there. Pop up. We would not trade out of this. We'd stay in. Look how nice and green the cloud is. We're still in. Still in. Oh, we're throwing some ugly candles here. Now look. Look what's happening. We're about to hit. Now from here to here, we've dropped percentage. I see the conversion line's about to start flirting with this baseline and crossing over. Hasn't yet though. Look how many percent we lost off the top here. So far we've already lost 25% of this trade. Waiting on the cloud to tell us to sell. Let's keep playing. Oh, it's so close. It didn't hit. It's so close. But look here. We crossed. So we would sell now. We made 12% in 3 weeks. So I can't tell you that the cloud doesn't work, because it does. We made 12% in 3 weeks. We made profit. Problem. I lost all this profit up here, man. That sucks. I don't want to lose that profit. And that's the only problem that I have with the cloud. Now, there's a way around that I think is a little better. Never mind, found it. What you talking about? Dre. Alright, so you know what? Let's let it play some more. Let's see what happens first. I'm gonna let this replay play out. Boom. We hit here, which was right around in here. Our conversion line is under. We hit the cloud. All these things tell us to sell. Now, if we wanted to short this on leverage, what do we need to happen? We need this lag line to go under. We need this price to go under. We need this cloud to turn red. And we already have our downward cross right here. So we still need 3 things to happen before we could short this on Binance. Let's play it a little more. Look here. We waited. And now it's stuck in the cloud. Waiting. Waiting. Popped out of the cloud but went up. We're still waiting. Our lag line is still not down below. We can't short this yet. Oh, our cloud's turning red on the end. We're still waiting. Lag line is still over it. Alright, right here's the point. Right there is when I would have sold, when this lag line poked under. Right there. Hit play, let it run. Let's see if we make anything or lose. Whoa! Whoa! What happened? Holy shit. It's almost like the cloud worked, huh? We dropped under the cloud. These crossed a brown color. This turned red. The lag line went under. And then Dumpy Dumperson to the tune of Hey y'all, 43% profit. You short that at $100 and it goes minus 43. That's $4,300 worth of profit because you're doing 20x. You made $4,300 on a dump. Paying attention? That sound good? Sounds good to me. Let's hit play and see what happens. Oh, we just lost some percentage, huh? We still got four things we need. Clouds red, we're under, price is under. Still got all four in play. So it's gonna ride, Still doing it. Still going. Lag line's getting closer though, look at that. We're just rolling sideways here. Boring. Getting closer. And uh-oh, look. Conversion line crossed the baseline. This is right here where we would have sold. Stopped our trade. We would have stopped. We still hadn't touched right here. But we crossed back the other direction on our line. If we don't have all four factors, we stop. So from our buy line, oh, I messed up. From our buy line, which was here on this day, to here, it took, again, it was 27 days the first time, now it's 28 days. We would have made 16%. A guaranteed trade of 16%. Not bad. Could do better, right? But just in using nothing but this, you made 28% so far. Now we're about to go back in the cloud. We have a good solid blue over red. Our lag line is still under though, and our price is still under. So we only have two factors. I'll give it some time here. Looks like it can't break the cloud. She's hesitating, riding the edge. Wants to give it a go. Maybe. Now that we're in the cloud, we do not do anything with this until it breaks the cloud. 3 out of 4 is not good enough. We cannot be in this cloud. You don't buy this until it goes over. And the cloud is sideways. Waiting. Now we're turning green over here. Uh-oh. We flirting with the cloud. Look at here. We have one factor. We have two factors. We have three factors. We still don't have this fourth. We can't buy yet. Still waiting. Good thing we waited, huh? It dumped again. You get the idea of this, huh, y'all? It's not that complicated, is it? Dipping back into the cloud, or are we going to hold? Oh, there's the point, look. So it was, looks like right here was the point where we would buy, which is exactly where my other buy line was, like the exact same spot. But we got all four factors. We got a green cloud, we have the blue over the red, our price is over the cloud, and our lagging line is over the cloud. This is the buy. Let's get it, let it go here for a minute. We're still good. Still doing its thing. We're running out of days. Ooh, that was ugly, wasn't it? But look, we're still over. Blue's still over red. We're still green. Lagging line's still over, and the price is still over the cloud. We still got all four factors. We're going to let it ride. Kind of sucks going sideways, doesn't it? But we're in the profit. Look what just happened. They're not crossed, but they are flat. Like, flat. Look at that. Man. So you wait. That's the one right there. See it drop? The blue is under the red. That's a sell. So from the green line to here, you made 10%, and you made that in, let's see, when did we buy it? It came up, popped over right here is when we bought it, and it went to here. 23 days, you made, I forget what, 10%? 6%. You didn't make much, but you made something, right? Profit's profit, huh? Oh, you found it. Okay. Good deal. So the whole point is, look, you're going to make some profits. I'm not saying you're going to kill it, but you're going to make profits. It's up to you if you want to do it or not. Now that I've shown you this, let's switch to the cryptocurrency cloud that we found, and I think it's a little more accurate, a little quicker, and a little bit more profitable after dealing with it for a while. So let's erase this indicator, and let's go back to our FX indicators here. We're going to search. I've got it right here, cracking cryptocurrency, Ichimoku. See that? We're going to type this right here, CRACKING. I just typed in cracking. Now look at all this stuff that popped up. This company right here, Cracking Cryptocurrency, whoever they are, gave you all of this stuff for free. Now they got locks on some of it that you got to pay for, right? Okay, don't use them. But right here's the cloud. I'm going to click on this. It's much different looking. Purple and green. Whatever, I don't care. We get out of replay mode here. What do you make of this? Well, if you notice, the other cloud had much different shapes than this one. In fact, what we found is this cloud is only how many steps ahead instead of, yeah, okay, it's 20 instead of 23. It's 60 instead of 50. It's 30 instead of 8, like stuff like that. The settings are different. You can look at them, you can look them up yourself if you'd like and try to get an idea. But let's look at the same place. Now I'm going to go through and change some of these settings real quick because I told you what the colors I like. So conversion line blue, I like this to be bright red. It already is. It's thick. I already like that. Let's go to our lagging span. I don't like yellow. I like the bold color of black. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so it's the same idea, only in my opinion, it's a little bit more profitable. So we know that we bought this candle because the line is still there, right about where we would have bought it too. And we know that it came all the way down here and smacked this. And if I'm not mistaken, it told us to sell way over here somewhere. So let's see at the same place if this was more profitable or less profitable, okay? So let's go from here. Where it dumped. And watch it. We bought right there. Right here's where we put our sell in, our short. Because everything happened. We got a red cloud. Our blue is under the red. Our price is under the cloud. Our black line, our lag line is under the cloud. We got 4 out of 4. Let it play. Dump. What are we looking for it to stop our trade? A green line, a green candle. Blue crosses red. Price goes over cloud, or lagging line touches candles. Those 4 things are our get outs. So we'll let it ride. Let's see if we make better percentage. And I told you this cloud is a little quicker moving. and the shapes are a little different, you'll see the cloud is smaller or bigger in certain places. So we're still going. We're still going. And done right there. That's our point. So from here to here, 16%, no difference. All right, let's exit it and see if we can do this other one over here on the other side and see if it was any better. We saw it cross over. Where was it at? Right here? Was this where it? Yeah, see, right here is where we bought on the other cloud. Do you remember that? Right here is where we bought. Now this cloud, look at that, was totally in the cloud, telling us not to waste our time. Now, how about we put that on a split screen so it's a little easier to see? Go over here to Tron. Get out of here. Nope, don't need you. Nope. Hashtag you gone. Now let's put the regular cloud down here, okay? Bam. So we get this sized up the same. And there's candles on so we can see. Close. Okay. Now, see the difference? That's almost exactly the same. I'm really close. So in this one here, it actually told us when we crossed right here, we had blue over red. Yeah, right here, I'm sorry. We had blue over red. We were over the cloud. Our lagging span was over, and the cloud was green. This was a buy sign right here. And it went sideways. And we got 6% out of 30 days. We tied up our money for 30 days for 6%. Did we get profit? Yes, we did. We had to wait forever. At the same time, which was May 28th, May 28th here. Put that in red. That red circle is where it told us to buy down here. This cryptocurrency cloud told us no. Inside the cloud, we don't trade. This bitch went dead sideways until it got up to here. Now when it got here, it looks like it broke out. That broke out. We had a blue line over. So we did, it did tell us to make a little trade right here. And it also quickly came down and looks like we would have went flat and not made anything. Same thing here. A little peak over. We're still over the cloud. Blue's over the red, the lag's over, the green's over. Right now, Tron is in a buy on this cloud. Lagging line over, price over, blue over red, green cloud, 4 out of 4. She's a buy. Down here, is it the same? Looks like, no, it is not. See that right there? Blue is under red. No go. 3 out of 4 is no trade. This one would be telling you to sell. Get ready. It would be telling you to take your profits right now. This cloud, on the other hand, is telling you stay in. Price is over. Blue's over red. Lagging's over. Green cloud. Interesting, right? I think this cloud's a touch more accurate for crypto than this one. And I think that because Crypto's just quicker. It just makes more price action per candle on a faster basis on a smaller time scale. So if that's going to happen, then how do we keep up? Rather than just try to fix it on the fly, how about a faster moving cloud? And that's what this is. All right, so does thickness of cloud determine the volume? The width of the cloud, I think yes, because the bigger the candles, the more the run, the thicker the cloud gets. Okay, the more sideways we go, the less thick the cloud gets until it comes to these points right here. A lot of guys online talk and they say, when you see these little points like right here, that it can break through these points. But I either see all these other points here like, there's a point right here where this is very, very thin, but it never tried it. Right here was a point. It kind of tried it a little bit, but it couldn't break the lines. So that's a tough class. I'm told, don't even think about that. It doesn't matter. So the lag line is over, but the baseline is under the conversion line. But the lag line is very close to the candles. Would that be considered a buy? As long as it's not touching, yes. But everything has to be a go. All four factors, Dre, have to be a go. The lag is over. The conversion line is over top of the baseline. Blue is over top of the red. The price is over and the cloud's green. If all four aren't there, walk away. Or wait. The whole idea is for you to not get stuck in this basket of sideways garbage that lasted 76 days. 76 days of nothing. Now, I'm going to get rid of this side by side and just use this one. What happens when we add the 8 EMA in? This is when it gets interesting to me. This is when it piques my interest. Because now you're talking about finding better ins and outs. So down here, let's say we shorted right here. We bought a short on Binance. We bought this short on Binance and we waited and it dumped. Right? Let's replay it. We bought that. That happened because this poked its head out right here. This is going to turn red. That crossed over. 4 out of 4. We sold that right there. And it took a little bit, right? It thought about it. It actually tested the 8 EMA right there. Did you see that? And then it dumped. Now, it came all the way down here. What's the rule about the 8 EMA? When you get too far away from it, what happens? It tends to come back. So, you could have sold this right here knowing that, or you could have waited. I would have waited. How do you know that's not going to keep dumping? I mean, I feel like that was probably going to keep dumping, right? Okay, so here. This is the moment where it crosses over the 8 and makes you think it's time to buy. If you entered a short here and a buy signal pops up, what should you do? You should get out of your short, which is what I would have done. I would have made 22% in 11 days. Profit. Okay, I could have caught this down here. I didn't. I made 22% in 11 days. Because even though the cloud said stay in it, this thing popped up over the 8 EMA. Okay? It popped up over there and that was a buy signal. I don't want to buy it. I'm in a short. I'm betting against it right now, and it just gave me a buy signal. Well, I'm getting out then. So let's play it a little longer. All right, hung up, stayed over the 8. Back under. Technically, that would have been another sell signal, right? The cloud would have told you to stay in it. So we wait, and we wait, and we wait. And it's down more. It's sideways. It's down more. Okay. Now we're threatening to break the 21. We haven't done it yet, but I see the 8 pushing up like it's going to keep going and break that 21 and squeeze it and make it go. Right now, after 26 days, I'm at 19% profit. Still squeezing, and then it popped. So, from here to there, I'm at roughly 15 or 16% profit over 28 days. The same percentage as I would have made if I got out back here. Actually less, 22%, and it took 11 days. So, using the 8 after it broke and gave you a buy signal would have helped you increase your profits and get out of these trades quicker to not get stuck going sideways. Now, I kept going. You know, you would have lost a little more money, lost a little more money. You know, it fiddled around, played fiddlesticks, didn't do much. See how this cloud shaped? Just like this. So it's drawing itself out front. Crazy, right? Somebody was really smart who figured this shit out, bro. Way smarter than me. It was like easy and Goombas level smart. You know, this thing's riding the 8 now. It's just riding the 8. This would be a buy all the way down here. And you would have been riding this thing the whole way. You could have bought and sold in between, but you'd be riding the 8. We like to ride that 8. So, that's the gist of the cloud. I would encourage you to go back in history and watch it. Yes, it's kind of frustrating to look at and a little complicated to understand. But once you do it, man, it's not that bad. You just got to stick with it a little bit. And it's going to give you profitable trades almost every time. Need to do a class on shorts. Shorts are buys in the opposite direction. Simple. XRP has been a short for a year and a half. Simple, right? If you had shorted XRP, yeah, look at this shit. This will make your face hurt. If you shorted XRP, at the resistance line, just the resistance line, which we know is up here. For 639 days, you'd have made almost 83% profit. Just doing nothing but waiting. Just waiting for it to do something. Now, you could have shorted it way farther back. Yeah, like way up here. Right now, you'd be at 89% still. 89% profit. Because this has been steady dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. And you put $1,000 on that, that's I mean, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Exactly. So, any questions about the cloud? Because I know it's complicated. I know nobody's ever done it before. Maybe you have done it before, but hopefully I explained it a little better than what you may have heard. guess the best thing for me for the cloud, because I don't use it as much, is just a confirmation. When I think I'm in a buy, I'll look at the cloud and say, "Yep, cloud says good." I can find my own point to get out now. I know what I'm looking for to get out. So if I know it's a buy and the cloud says it's good, I'm going to ride it. When I see the cloud starting to fade and I think it's going to go down, okay, well, now I can get out. You know what I mean? Use it as another indicator. Exactly, Frank. You don't have to just stick to this strategy, but you can. You know, Nazu, that was his thing. The cloud plus a couple channels is what he did on every chart. That was his game. And he was a very successful trader. I talked to him a little bit after he left. You know, I kept talking to him. He's a very smart guy. He liked Forex. He just did crypto to make extra money. But I mean, he was technically a professional trader. He had 2 jobs, but he was doing more trading than he was working. So, I mean, that's kind of a professional, isn't it? That's the definition. So, any other questions? Dre, you got anything? I know this is complicated. I'm going to try this crap too. In a minute I am. Right. We'll go over that soon, Frank. I'll go over a class on buying. I'll go over a futures class on longs and shorts. And then you can really lose some money. You ain't lost no money yet. All right, Dre, you got no questions. Ricky, you got any questions, bro? Scary Ricky, how scary is he? Like, is he like 6'6", 350? Or is he like just ugly and he's scary because his face is ugly? Harvey, you're stupid. I'll give y'all a minute to ask questions if you got it. Okay, sweet. If you're good, then I'm good. All right, well, I'll cut it here. I'll get this posted up in the video section with the other videos. I'm obviously put this one back in the back because it's a more advanced trading strategy. And hopefully everybody sticks with the easy stuff first. Resistance lines, finding the trend. Simple as that. 821 and hang loose and make a good move. And don't be stupid. Ask questions. No stupid questions. The only stupid question is the one you don't ask. Fair enough? Alright, so I will end it here. And we will get back to it again next time. Y'all take care.